I came back to New York, and I did a few more off-Broadway type plays, and then I joined a group in Harlem called the New Lafayette Theater. It was modeled after what was the original Lafayette Theater, which was begun back in the 1930s in Harlem by Orson Welles, actually. He did. Orson Welles was just an amazing genius. But in his early career in the 30s, he started a theater in Harlem using black and white actors, and did mostly the classics. He did Macbeth and a few others, of Shakespeare's pieces. The theater didn't last very long, but it was very well known during its time, especially among the black community, because it was a major artistic achievement to have this great artist producing plays up there. I joined in 1967 with a production of a play called Who's Got His Own, by a Detroit playwright named Ronald Milner, and it was a family story. It was a family drama, which had originated the year before at the American Place Theater. The original production was done there. And so we did a revival of that piece. And then a playwright named Ed Bullins joined our company as our playwright in residence, and he wrote quite an extensive body of work that we performed at the New Lafayette. Dealing with, at that time, there was an explosion of the African American culture, and that's what he was focused on, was telling the stories of struggle and whatever within the black communities of America.
Were you doing television or film work at this time?
At that particular period, just an occasional appearance, nothing that I was really pursuing as a career. Those particular institutions, the Free Southern Theater and the New Lafayette Theater, really were all-consuming. I mean, it was just like I had no time for anything else. I not only acted, as I alluded to before, but I was a director as well for those theaters. So I really was totally involved in those two institutions. The New Lafayette lasted from '67 when I joined until '71, late '71. So that was like 5 years of my life that I was just focused on that, and we had a really wonderful company of actors, some of whom went on to do other things. One of my dearest friends who recently passed was a guy named Whitman Mayo, who became Grady on Sanford and Son, and was known for other things in Hollywood. But he was one of our resident actors, and a guy named Sonny Jim Gaines, who was really a powerful actor. But yeah, we really had quite a high level of ensemble, that really became quite successful, artistically.
Why did it end in '71?
Well, that was a period. It was a kind of a change going on politically and culturally at that time. Most of the theaters of that period that were in those communities were being funded by philanthropic groups. The foundations, Rockefeller, Ford, and a little bit of government subsidy. But there was a change in the early '70s, during the Nixon administration, and monies were being pulled out of the communities, and we just couldn't survive without that kind of support.